Hi my lovely Frosty fam, it's me, Karen Frost, here at Nails Decadence, and I've got a super long video for you. I'm going to show you both hands because each hand is slightly different, so it's a super long video for that reason. And I've got a load of different bits and bobs that I'm using in this set of nails, so sit back, relax, grab yourself, pause, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. I hope you'll enjoy it. Look at that, spilt all the crystals everywhere, like, really? Just so annoying. Anyway, so yeah, showing you all the bits and bobs that I'll be using. So, these cuff things are so cool. Got some foil beads, rope beads, glitters, they're like shimmery powder, like this chameleon powder stuff from SVD London. This one's number 14. It's so cool, and you get a little eyeshadow applicator with it, but when you put it on the nails, it shows up blue, purpley. Oh, it's just beautiful stuff. Anyway, you'll see it when I put it on the nails. And SBD London Oval number 14 brush that I will be using for the application of the acrylics. It's a really nice brush, and you guys know I've had this brush for a while and it's still in great condition. Also using some Ink London acrylic powders as well. Like I said, I'm using a lot of stuff on this set of nails. It's a very busy set. I went ham on these nails, but I like them. I hope you'll like them too. So this is Fonda, this gold one. That one's Fonda, definitely. I don't normally show what tips I'm using, but these ones are a sort of a different kind of shape for me, and so I thought I'd show you what they look like in the bag. So these are the ones I'm using in this video, and I don't cut them down, I'm just using them as they are. You see, they're kind of rounded off at the top, so yeah, not a shape I'm used to having, but I thought I'd give them a go, and I was quite happy with it. So anyway, on with the application. So I am laying down some of this beige colour. It's a taupey kind of nude colour. There's going to be so much going on each nail, so I'm trying to keep my layers as thin as possible, getting the colour opaque so that it's not patchy or anything, but as thin as possible, because yeah, these nails have got a lot going on, and if I build up too much with the colours, then the nails will be super bulky when I cap and all of that old palaver. So yeah, keep the layers as thin as possible. I'm not going to voice over this entire video because yeah, it's far too long, so I will pop in and out where I need to explain, or I think I need to explain something, but it's pretty straightforward what I'm doing mostly. So yeah, just making sure it's neat around that cuticle area, very important, and yeah, thin as possible. And I'm looking at that now and I'm like, is there enough there? If there's not, I would add some more, but there is enough. So I'm just sort of estimating how much of the lace I will need. So I've cut a piece of that lace, and I am using just some nail glue, brush on nail glue, to adhere that lace to my nail in that sort of diagonal path from tip towards cuticle area. And I will apply glue all around the edges and make sure it's stuck down really well, and then trim off the excess. You want to trim it slightly shorter than the very edge. that way you can encapsulate it all the way around. And just make sure that very tip of that lace in the corner was stuck on. Just get that glue on there, cut off any excess that hangs over. You don't want it to hang over. Like I said, you want a thin sort of margin for you to allow your clear to totally encapsulate that lace. So now I'm using some of that Ink London, that sort of goldish in a clear black, it's gold glitter in a clear black base. So I'm using that, some of that, and then I'm using some of that volcanic one as well. I'm just putting everything. So that other Ink London one, the full gold one, literally just layering and layering and layering all of the different glitters along the edge of that lace, and then encapsulate that in clear, slightly wetter bead, because I want it to seep in all the little nooks and crannies of that lace. I don't want any air pockets, so yeah, slightly wetter bead of acrylic to encase that nicely. Now I want to make sure I have enough so that I don't file away my lace. So that was obviously, you keep the base colour as thin as possible, that way it gives you more space to be able to cap the nail. Now before I started filming, I had already applied a thin clear base of acrylic on my nails, so that protects the nail bed from staining, etc., and you know, gives you the option of filing back and knowing that you're less likely to get file your natural nail, because you just file back to the clear layer, and it's just that safety margin that you have with a clear base. I always use a clear base. Half the time I don't file back, but I still put my clear base on, force of habit, and yeah, it's just, for me it's good practice to not get out of it. Oh wow, I'm tongue tying myself in a knot. I follow a routine and I'm sticking to my routine regardless. So thin clear bases on all of the nails, just so you know. Right, so now on to the index finger, and I'm applying the purple, which is gorgeous. It's a really pretty purple. I'm going to ombre this nail, so I've done the cuticle area first, get that nice and neat, and you know, with dark colours you have to be very careful around the cuticle area. Try not to get it on the skin, because dark colours are a bugger. They will get underneath the cuticle area and then the side walls, and it's difficult to get it out because it stains and blah blah blah. So yeah, be careful with your darker colours. And then I'm ombreing it with this blue, so as you can see, adding the blue and then blending it up towards the purple, and then adding a little bit more purple and blending it down the blue, just to make sure my ombre is nice and sort of seamless. And again, thin layers of colour. I'm using them as design powders only. They will be capped with all kinds of glitter and lovely stuff on them, but yeah. Onto the middle finger, and I am doing a marble. So I'm using that taupey colour, the blue, the purple and the red, and I'm just marbling those together. I'm using tiny beads because that's the way I fancied doing it on this nail, and that's the way I'm doing it. So yeah, and it's a nice marble. If you want it more sort of symmetrical, you can put bigger beads, but I like my marble to be quite uneven, if that makes sense, like really just random rather than sort of lines that go diagonally. And I didn't like that one, that last set of beads that I'd put on. I didn't like how I'd swirled them together, so I just took my brush and scraped it off. You can do that too. If you don't like the way it looks, just take your brush and scrape it off before it hardens, and then go over that area with another colour, well, another round of colours, and marble those together instead. And that's what I've done. I managed to get a little bit of the acrylic on my cuticle, which was a bugger, but managed to swipe it off with my brush. And this is what I was talking about with that powder from SPD London. It's like a mica powder. Look how it goes blue when you put it on the nail. It's so pretty. And I'm also adding some of that volcanic glitter mix, which is really pretty. It's also got some kind of iridescent mica powder in it as well. So I'm just using some of that in amongst the marble, and it has these big chunks. See that chunk? Yeah, those white chunks, they're in that volcanic marble. And then I'm also adding some of the gold glitter as well. Literally putting everything, just shoving as much into these nails as I can fit. And then some of these flakies as well. Like it looked kind of like galaxy. Like, yeah, it's like a galaxy in a nail. Oh, it was so interesting, the depth of this nail. There was so much to look at when you looked at it closely. I was in love with it, but it's a bit busy for some people, but I enjoyed this set. So yeah, I've literally jam-packed that nail full of stuff. And as you can see, I've switched brushes because I was using a smaller brush. I was using the size 12 to do the marble, and then I'm using the 14 to cap. I switch in between brushes because I prefer to use a smaller brush when I'm doing marble. You pick up less liquid with a smaller brush, so it's easier to pick up smaller beads. You're using less monomer that way as well. So yeah, I use a smaller brush for more control over my marbles, and then the bigger brush is easier to cap with. So yes, we'll cap that nail, make sure I have my strength and structure with that capping of the clear acrylic, and cover all of that glitter goodness. I don't want to file any of that away, that's for sure. So yeah, cap that nail. As you can see, the nail still isn't very thick. If, you know, look at it from the side, it's not thick at all. Even though I've put so much into it, it's not a bulky nail. I'm just making sure I've got all the sides encapsulated nicely, all of it's protected, and then I'll move on. So back to that index finger, and I'm doing a swoosh with the glitters again. So I started off with that black base, clear black base with the gold glitter in, then some of the straight up gold glitter, then some of the volcanic one with the chunks in it, and I think I also put in the flakies, just everything. Shove it all in. So just dampen down that nail and encapsulate that. I started in the middle of the nail, that's where I was starting on this nail for whatever reason. So yeah, encapsulate all of those glitter pieces and shimmer particles. They're so pretty. It's crazy how it looks white in the pot, and then you put it on the nail and this blue purple reflex just pings out at you. Oh, stunning, absolutely stunning. Love the effect of those shimmer powders, really pretty. Iridescent and hollow. Oh, anything iridescent and hollow is just amazing to me. Love it. And yeah, I went totally OTT with these nails. I could have done a few of these nails plain, or just left them with the ombre so that it wouldn't detract from like the lace or anything, but I just thought, no, I'm gonna make all of the nails something different so that each nail is just fabulous on its own, and then combined it's just crazy. So that was what I did. Like I said, my designs aren't for everybody because they are mostly quite busy. I do simpler sets, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the ones I do on myself are pretty busy. But that's my personal preference. So on the thumb I'm doing another ombre, but this time I'm using red at the tip of the nail. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, this one's the full red. Yep, forgot about that. This one's a full red nail. So again, I'm not adding any structure with this colour. I'm just getting the colour down. I want the nail to be opaque, so it's you know, enough of the colour on, but I'm not trying to bulk it out with the colour because I will be capping as usual. So yeah, painting it on, keeping it as thin as possible whilst getting that colour payoff. Look at it from all angles, make sure it's nice and smooth and opaque. Right, so onto the little finger. This will be a full nail of the purple. It's a gorgeous deep purple. So again, just getting the colour opaque, as thin as I can get it, but making sure that it is fully covered and opaque. No patchy colour there. And I'm going to be careful around that cuticle area. Add that bead near the cuticle, push it back, tap tap tap, get it nice and neat around the cuticle area as close as I can without touching, because we don't want to touch because that will cause lifting. You know, acrylic on the skin's never good, so if I do get too close to the cuticle, I would just use my brush to sort of just gently swipe around like this. Just make sure it's not touching the skin. Now I'm going back to that thumbnail and I'm using that gold glitter, but it's like a shimmer and a glitter in one. It's already got the, it's from Ink London, so it's already got the clear acrylic mixed in with it, so you pick it up with monomer and it is already mixed. And then I'm also adding some of the, what do you call it, that pigment powder, the number 14 one from SBD London. You see how blue that looks? Oh, stunning. And then on the little finger I'm doing another swoosh, sort of question mark looking pattern. And again in with that gorgeous powder, pigment powder, mica powder. I'm just using my damp brush to pick that up and just swipe it along wherever I want it on the nail. I'm like, yeah, happy with that. So now I will cap those nails. Again, I have decided to start in the middle of the nail, capping. Bring that bead down to the free edge, pick up another bead, cap from the cuticle area down. Again, this is where I'm making sure that my structure is there, that I have my apex in the back third, because I do want the nail to be strong. I don't want it to break. I'm quite heavy handed with my nails as well, so I like to make sure that they are thoroughly structured so that they are strong but not bulky and thick. So I'm just making sure that my apex is where I want it in that back third and that it's built up enough, because these are long, these nails are not short, they are definitely very long, so they do need a decent apex, not a huge one but decent, you know. So I'll just continue adding as many beads as I need wherever I need it, and you can see I will keep that free edge quite thin, you know, no thicker than a credit card after I've finished filing, so I don't want to add a huge amount to the free edge. The more you add, the more you have to file, so try not to add too much, just add, you know, just enough so that you've got room for filing, so that the nail won't be too thin after you filed it, and you should be good. So yeah, you can see where I'm putting that apex in. You see the difference by the cuticle area, from the side profile you can see. So now that I've got the apex there, I will move to the middle of the fingernail and bring that bead down, and then I will concentrate on bringing the rest of it towards the tip of the nail with the third bead. And I'll just blend each bead as I put it in on, I'll blend it into the previous bead and keep swiping those sides just to make sure that I'm not losing my shape too much, and that the acrylic is as smooth as I can get it with my brush, therefore will need less filing in the end. There we go. So I'm going to file this set. So I'm going around my cuticle area, now that the nails have hardened, of course, that is. So I'll go around the cuticle area, get that nice and flush. Got some dry stuff on my skin, I'm just trying to get off there. Yeah, so using it, this is a tapered bit, so I'm just being very careful, and it's not a safety bit, so it's very sharp, so I have to be very careful around my cuticle areas. I nick myself all the time with these things, but I try not to. So yeah, I'm being as careful as I can. I'm just making sure the camera's in focus there. Being as careful as I can around that cuticle area, getting it nice and flush. I haven't done anything to the sidewalls yet, I'm just concentrating on the cuticle area for the moment. So I'll go around each nail. You can see the angle of the e-file bit that I'm using. You can see how I'm angling it. I'm not trying to dig into the nail. I don't want rings of fire by any means, so I go around all of the fingers. I haven't shown you all of the fingers because obviously it's the same thing on all of them. So once I've done them all, then I go to filing the sidewalls, as you can see. So sidewalls, we'll file those, and if you look the way I'm holding my file along the sidewalls, I'm not just holding it against just the free edge, I'm going right the way down the length of the nail on those sidewalls, because you want it to be straight from your finger right the way down, so where the nail comes, where the free edge meets the finger, that is fingertip. So you see how I'm filing. I'm keeping it nice and neat because I don't want any notches in the sidewalls, because that will make, that's a weak point, and your nail will just snap there. So that's why it's important to have that nail file right up against the sides. You see how I'm doing it? So I'll go underneath, start off underneath a little bit, and then I rotate the file up the sides. I hope I'm making sense. It's hard to explain it just in words, but you can see what I was doing. And once I'm happy with that, I'll go back in with my same e-file bit, and I will just shape the nail and remove any lumps or bumps that may be there, and just smooth the nail down, remove any bulk, and I'll look at the nail all the way from each direction and just make sure that, you see that bit where I was doing at the side there, I'm just making sure that I don't have a shelf. You don't want just like a straight shelf on each side of your nail so it looks like a brick. You want to make sure it's nice and contoured right the way round, and that's what I'm doing on those side bits now, is I'm making sure that it's contoured, not just a straight brick of a side. We don't want a straight brick of a side where you've got this ledge, this squared off ledge. You don't want that. So make sure the nail is nice and contoured. Soften those edges, round them off nicely from the top, that is. There's not too much filing to do on these, which is good. Didn't over compensate with the clear acrylic for once. I didn't put too much on, just enough. Gives me enough to file into. And then for the last bit, I will just whip around with my hand file and just smooth it all over. And this is, yeah, that's how I make sure it's nice and contoured. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I will be moving on to the other hand, of course, which I'm going to show you. So the second half of the video I probably won't voice over, because I'm literally doing the same thing but just using my non-dominant hand. I do look a bit cack-handed with it, don't get me wrong, I do, because, you know, I'm right-handed, not left-handed, so when I use my non-dominant hand it looks a bit awkward and, you know, all of that jazz. But it's the same thing using different colours, so it's only slightly different with the colour, what's the word, Oh, I've totally had a brain fart with the colour placement. Oh, Lord have mercy. So yeah, it's only slightly different in that I've switched up the colours on the other hand, but some people like to see how nail techs do their other hands, as it were, so that's why I'm showing you both hands. But yeah, anyway, I will pop back in a bit if I need to, that is, and I'll, you know, say goodbye and all that jazz. If you make it to the end, if you don't make it to the end, I'll say goodbye now. Thank you for watching. If you do manage to watch this entire video, you are amazing, and I can't thank you enough. And if you need to watch this video in bits, you know, watch 10 minutes one day and another 10 another day, that, you know, that's perfectly fine too. So yes, I hope if you can't stay till the end, then thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and subscribe if you haven't already, like this video if you have enjoyed it so far, and leave me a comment if you fancy it. And yeah, I hope you come back and watch another video of mine at some point. So yeah, thank you ever so much, and bye for now if you are leaving now. Okay, so carry on with what I'm doing. So I've finished all my filing, and I will remove all the dust with a lint-free wipe and a bit of rubbing alcohol. And now I'm going to be doing the foil. So this is a gorgeous rose style foil, as you can see. It's very pretty. So cut a piece off, and then I forgot which way it was supposed to go, so I'm just making sure I don't stick the wrong side down. Oh Lord. Anyway, so I'm using the SVD London foil gel, which is awesome. It gives you, well, you'll see, I'll get a whole full nail of foil, no problem with this stuff. But you do have to use it, use it immediately when it comes out the lamp. So as soon as your finger comes out of the lamp, you've got to hit it with that foil straight away, and then it will stick perfectly. Don't let it cool down, is what I'm trying to say. Go straight in with your foil as soon as it comes out the lamp. I'm just using that lint-free wipe to just smooth it out, because we don't want any wrinkles. So where there's a wrinkle, because obviously nails are curvy, they're not flat, you know, you've got to rub out your wrinkles. And if I've missed any bit by not rubbing, I will just go back in with it. You can see on that foil, the middle of the foil, you know, it's all come off from the middle. So yeah, anyway, so I'm happy with that. So now I will apply some of the SVD London diamond gel. This stuff's amazing for adhering crystals. So I'm just going to put some crystals on. Now I'm going straight over that foil. I've not top coated yet. So I've used the foil gel, I've put the foil on, and then I've gone straight on with the diamond gel to adhere my crystals. Then I flash cure that, and then I'm going to carry on with adding my crystals with the diamond gel pen, as you can see, applying that where I want the crystals to go. Apply those crystals. I'm just doing sort of a corner cuff, as it were, so it's sort of in line with that swoosh, if that makes sense. There we go. And the same on the little finger, a swoosh on the side. Well, it goes along with the swoosh on the side of the nail. So yeah, it's an opposite side of the nail, but so that it goes along the bottom of the swoosh. Corner cuff. There we go. Oh, added another one. Oh, still want another one. Cool. Yeah, I do like my crystals. I do. Any of that gel gets on the skin, do remove it before you flash cure, please. You don't want that, because that can cause lifting, but you also just don't want gel on the skin because it's not meant for skin. You don't want to develop an allergy or contact dermatitis. So yeah, flash cure those for 10 seconds. And now I'm also going to add some crystals to the middle finger. Oh no, it's the cuff. Yeah, I'm going to add some more crystals, but you know what I mean. So I'm adding that cuff, and my nails are really curvy, so it's being a bugger to get it to sit right, but I've got it where I want it, so I'm going to flash cure that in place quickly because I don't want it to move. And I'm going to grab some of this, what is this stuff called? It's some kind of chain, but it's kind of like mini caviar beads that are on a chain, but that are chained together. I don't know what they're actually called. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So here we go. I'll put my crystals on like so, and I'm using the SPD London to get that big crystal one, and then beside it I'm doing 2 dots of the Tonally Miss-You jewellery gel because it's really thick, and I'm just using that to put the chain into, so it sinks in and holds them without them sliding off, because it's a thicker gel, so less likely for them to slide off. So I can flash cure that in place so that it doesn't move, and then I can continue on with the SPD London diamond gel. Because the Miss-You Tony Lee gel is not tack free, so I go over that area with the SPD London diamond gel because that has no tacky layer to it. It's awesome stuff. I'll get those crystals right where I want them. Flash cure, there's a lot of flash curing, I know, but I don't want anything to move. So now it's time to top it off and keep it tough. Finally. So, top coat all those nails and look at that glitter. Lush, look at it, it's lush. Top coat all those nails. Again, go right up towards the cuticle area, but do not touch the skin. I'm making sure I'm capping all around the sides. Yep, top coat this now. I'm butting my brush right up to the crystals, but I'm not going over the crystals because I don't want to dull their shine. If you go over the crystals with your top coat, they will lose their shine because they'll turn into just little round baubles as opposed to faceted stones. So to keep them sparkly, you do have to keep their facets. So now I will top coat that middle now. At first I was going to leave the chain to sort of float around free, and then I decided no, I'm going to top coat underneath it so that it stays in place. And I'm just making sure I've got some more top coat on and around that cuff so that it doesn't tarnish or lose its colour. I'm just making sure I've got enough around those crystals in the middle, and see, I'm just really carefully going in with my detail brush over all those gold bits because I don't want them to lose their shine. Well, the cuff and the very edge. I didn't cover the entire chain thing. I really need to find out what it's called. I think it's just chain, but anyway, so that bit's done. And now on to the bit of 3D. So I'm double dipping with the red and the blue acrylic, as you can see, and I'm applying them onto the nail, these very tiny beads, and then I'm putting them into sort of a half moon and then patting them out, as you can see. I didn't plan exactly how I was going to do this. I just sort of went with the flow, if you know what I mean. Just started and it just developed as I went. I didn't plan on how many petals I was going to do, or whether I was going to do fat petals or thin petals. I just started and this is what my hands did. So yeah, double dipping into that blue and red, as you can see, and then add that bead, and then I'm sort of using my brush to turn it into a semicircle and then gently pat it out it's quite flat because I didn't want it to be too raised, but it's not totally flat. It does have some dimension to it. Again, same again, add that little bead, and I'm quite impatient, so I'm not really waiting as long as I should do before pushing into it, but yeah, I don't have patience. Even though I'm using high speed, I should have waited a good 10 seconds before starting to pat the belt, but I'm way too impatient for that. So that last bead, I just added a crystal in the middle on top of those ones, that last petal, and then just tuck it in sort of around the crystal, and that will hold it in place without me having to add any additional gel glue, diamond gel that is. And now I'm adding a couple of leaves, again double dip in, just patting and shaping that leaf with my brush. It's yeah, it's quite a simple pattern, but it just, for me, it looks pretty, and I can't do majorly intricate ones. I'm just not that skilled, so if I can do it, I know you guys can do it, because with my shaky hands and stuff, yeah, I'm not the most artistic person there is. I didn't like the look of the leaves, so I decided, as you can see, I was like, no, they're too big, they're covering too much of the glitter, not happy. So I literally just got a little spatula thing, and I'm just scraping it off. Look at that. It's starting to harden, but yeah, I did manage to get it all off, which is cool. And then I'll go in and make them smaller. See, I'll show you my mistakes, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. I'd never try to claim I'm perfect, and if you see that I make mistakes, you'll know that there's nothing wrong with that. That's how we learn, and no matter how many years you do nails, you will always have something else to learn. So I'm always going to show you when I mess up, and I'm also going to show you how I rectify those mess ups. It's all good, it's all learning, it's not a problem. Just don't get frustrated, just keep doing it, just keep going, don't give up, don't get frustrated, just keep going. And now I think those leaves look way better now than they did when they were big. I thought that they just overpowered that flower at first, whereas now they're more of an accent and they've not covered up all of that glitter. So anyway, I've added some crystals with the diamond gel, flash cured those, and now I'm going to add some more crystals. Oh no, it's that chain. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Yeah, no, I'm adding some of that chain. This was an afterthought, I must say. I wasn't planning on this, but where I've got the cuff on the other finger, it just looked like it needed something around the cuticle area to balance out that cuff that was on the middle finger. So that was an afterthought. Like I said, I planned the set to a certain degree, but I go with the flow as it, as the set develops. So yeah, no problem. So give that all a full cure, and now it's time to do the right hand using my non-dominant left. And this is a bit sloppier because obviously using my non-dominant hand, but I'm not going to waffle on all the way through it because I've been talking for almost 40 minutes as it is. Yeah, I've waffled on way long enough as it is, so I will leave you in peace, let you enjoy the music and enjoy the rest of the video without me yammering on. I'll pop back at the end to say goodbye, if you've made it that far, that is. If you don't, I've said bye already halfway through the beginning. So bye again, but yeah, I'll pop back later for those that are remaining to watch all of this. Thank you for sticking with me, guys, and I hope you're enjoying this epically long video. I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
I'm not even gonna try if you don't wanna stay. So how's it gonna be? You got me on my knees. I don't need no roses on my bed. If I could pull you closer to me, babe, ain't nobody touch me like you can. I just need some closure, a little closure. I don't need no roses on my bed. If I could pull you closer to me, babe, ain't nobody touch me like you can. I just need some closure, a little closure from you. A little closure, babe. Oh, a little closure. Little closure from you. I don't need no roses on my bed. If I could pull you closer to me, babe, ain't nobody touch me like you can. I just need some closure, a little closure. I don't need no roses on my bed. If I could pull you closer to me, babe, ain't nobody touch me like you can. I just need some closure, a little closure from you.
I don't know about you, but you make me crazy. Never got your name, but you got me begging. I don't know about you, you like to pick and choose. Make it all about you. Go take it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat. Just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me. 'Cause I'm next in line. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Not the one who pays for drinks, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. Got me locked in now. Go ahead and take a shot. Do you really want me? Maybe you're just playing. The way you're making it move, yeah, you do it so smooth. Make it all about you. Can have it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat. Just wanna give you my best. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat. Just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me. 'Cause I'm next in line. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Not the one who pays for drinks, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. Yeah, yeah, take a chance. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Yeah, 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 take a chance. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Yeah, yeah, take a chance. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Yeah, yeah, take a chance. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show my love for you, show my love for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show my love for you, show my love for you. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat. Just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me. 'Cause I'm next in line. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Not the one who pays for drinks, but you got me. 'Cause you're old to die. Yeah, yeah, take a chance. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Yeah. never understand the things that we want. Why do you keep coming back? I want love you don't know. So why are you here? Yeah, I should take it back so that you don't know where my heart is at. Don't want you to know my love is lost. Oh, well, there's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking, wanting you, so I'll say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say I'll say goodbye. Yeah, don't call me back, just say goodbye. I can't change the past, don't wanna complicate things. Maybe if I asked, was any of it real? Was it real? There's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking, wanting you, so I'll say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say I'll say goodbye. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say goodbye. There's only one thing. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say I'll say goodbye. Yeah, I'll say goodbye. Don't call me back, just say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say I'll say goodbye. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say goodbye. I can tell you want me, but don't make a move. That will only scare me. This love is just for you. Yeah, I got my reasons why I can't receive. I'm too messed up to believe that love is made for two. That love is good to you. For me, it's never true. I'm too messed up to believe that you could heal my heart, that you won't leave a scar. For me, it's always hard. Still, all I want is you. But don't love me back. I'm too weak for that. Still, all I want is you. But don't feel the same. I can't love that way. Still, all I want is you. If I'm being honest, I don't wanna feel like I'm broken hearted, but I feel it's real. I got many reasons why I can't receive. I'm too messed up to believe that love is made for two. That love is good to you. For me, it's never true. I'm too messed up to believe that you could heal my heart, that you won't leave a scar. For me, it's always hard. Still, all I want is you.
not sure how to make this work, but you know that I got you. I just need you by my side. Will you be mine? Can't get away from you, even if I wanted to. I'ma be so good to you. You and I will see this through. Baby, I need you more than you need me, yeah. Feels like we're popping now. Changes, they're stopping now. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave from my side. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. You kill the lies, we come to life. I see the fire in your eyes. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. When you say my name, oh na 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 yeah, I can feel the rush. Oh na 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 yeah, I know how to make you smile, so I'ma keep you from frowning. I hope that we got enough time, cause you're so fine. Baby, I need you more than you need me, yeah. Feels like we're popping now. Changes, they're stopping now. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave from my side. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. You kill the lies, we come to life. I see the fire in your eyes. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. When you say my name, oh na 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 yeah, I can feel the rush. Oh na 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 yeah. When you say my name, oh na 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 yeah, I can feel the rush. Oh na 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 yeah. Right next to you, you make me forget about all the bad things. We'll make it shine, don't need to fake it. Oh yeah, baby, I need you more than you need me, yeah. Feels like we're popping now. Changes, they stopping now. Can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave from my side. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. You kill the lies, we come to life. I see the fire in your eyes. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave. When you say my name, oh na 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 yeah, I can feel the rush. Oh na 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 yeah. When you say my name, oh na 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 yeah, I can feel the rush. Oh na 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 yeah. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en él. Como que ella quiere disfruta la noche, lo anormal. Creo que el novio teme que su relación va a terminar. Se da cuenta que no necesita a alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación, alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, pa' después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí. No tiene sueños, solamente en sus sueños nos ponemos risueños con un norteño y mi flow brasileño. Yo te juro que es bueno, ya me doy el palo. Ese empate si lo desigualo. Le gusta lo nasty y lo malo. Me traje un regalo. Ella ya no quiere relación, alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, pa' después llegar con un perdón. quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca Enrique. Dime todo lo que ella quiere, nada ha sido regalado. Entre más independiente, más quiero estar a su lado. Esas nenas, mata, es que más. Ella está plena la noche entera. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, ella quiere ver. Para que el jefe se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que ella parezca Enrique, que ella parezca
No, 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 no. No easy, oh, oh. Baker, rap, no. He got me high above, like the sun by the moon, he's a star. Baby, I'm lighting up, like a fool, it's true, it's true. He's making me blow my mind and I can't stand the thought of being without us. I'm being honest, y'all, I'm being honest. We just do what we do, ain't no joke about love. He's the one that I die for. Can't so long, side by side, can't believe that he is mine. We just do what we do, my love, my heart is beating even faster, faster. He got me feeling like I'm ready for anything, look at me go. Oh, my love, my love, my love. He got me feeling like I'm ready for anything, look at me go. Oh, my love, my love, my love. He make me feel like the type of fire that burns from within, shining like I'm made of gold. I shine, it's true. He's making me jump from high ground, keeps catching me every time I fall. He got me safe and sound, safe and sound. We just do what we do, ain't no joke about love. He's the one that I die for. Can't so long, side by side, can't believe that he is mine. We just do what we do, my love, my heart is beating even faster, faster. He got me feeling like I'm ready for anything, look at me go. Oh, my love, my love, my love. He got my love, he got my love, he got my love. He got my love, he got my love, he got my love. He's making me blow my mind and I can't stand the thought of being without us. I'm being honest, y'all. Yeah. He's making me jump from high ground, keeps catching me every time I fall. He got me safe and sound. My love, my heart is beating even faster, faster. He got me feeling like I'm ready for anything, look at me go. Oh, my love, my love, my love. He got my love, he got my love, he got my love. rest, though they're waiting. I keep them waiting. Makeup on fleek, high heels, ripped jeans, they're all waiting. I'm on my way. Looking in the mirror at myself like who that? Swag on 1,000 and my girls got my back. We just won the party, call me tequila shawty. We just won the party, yeah, yeah. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. When my friends pull around and they got the top down, on our way, yeah. We're on our way. Turn that music up, you know we don't give a what. On our way, yeah. We're on our way. Pull up to the party like my name is the life. Tension so thick, you could cut with a knife. Ask me how I do that. Been fly since way back. Ask me how I do that. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. Hands to the sky if you feelin' a vibe. We ain't gonna stop for nothing. Put your hands to the sky if you catchin' a vibe. We ain't gonna stop for nothing. Yeah, you can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on. You can bring your friends, we won't mind it. We just came to dance and go all night long. The look in your eyes, you can't hide it. Ooh, baby, I know I turn you on.
Well, if anybody is still here, you are amazing. You rock for sticking out this video with me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video and that it's given you some inspiration or some ideas or some tips. You know, let's just say I hope it's been helpful in one way or another. Let's hope, because it's a lot of effort to do these videos and editing and all of that jazz. Yeah, it's very time consuming, it's a lot of effort, so I really do hope you've appreciated it. And if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't forget to also click that notification bell and set your notifications on to all so that you will be notified the very next time I upload a new video, and every time after that, hopefully, because YouTube does some weird stuff with notifications and they don't go out. But always check my community tab, because a lot of the time I will put on there about uploading a new video. And if you've enjoyed it, please go ahead and click that like button. All engagement is welcome, so leave a comment if you fancy, you know, saying hello. Even if it's just hello, I'm happy to hear from you. So that's all I've got for this video. I will leave you to watch the very end. I've got some photos and some video at the end, all of that jazz like normal. And yeah, so that's all I've got for this video, peeps. You take care now, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.